Hey guys, this is Coach D with Eagle Baseball Club, here for another set of video instructions. As always, our videos are intended to provide you tools, tips, tricks, and drills for you to develop your baseball skills when you may be short on time, space, equipment, you may not even have a partner to work with. Last week we did outfield video number 1. We spent a lot of time on mental and physical pre-pitch preparation, making sure you are ready to react to a ball off the bat hit at you, whether on the ground or in the air. And then we spent time working on our footwork. We worked on getting good angles, taking precise routes with dynamic movement intended to be able to get behind the ball and our body pointed towards our target. Balls on the glove side, the arm side, routine balls, balls on the run, and balls in which we had to change direction. Today's video, we're going to work on proper footwork for a ball hit over our head behind us and the right route to take. We're also going to do then some drills working on making throws on the run when we have to throw to get the lead runner, either to prevent them from advancing to a base or trying to throw them out as they try to advance to the next base. So let's get to it. Go Eagles. Okay, when we did our video last week, and if you haven't seen it, you can just go look up Coach D EBC Baseball Outfield video number 1. We talked about one of the keys to being successful is being decisive. You've got to be able to react to the ball off the bat and in a split second decide, are we going to break arm side, glove side, is the ball straight over our head? Honestly, the only way you're going to be able to get that confident to make that type of decision is by taking a lot of reps. Rep after rep after rep of batted balls to get used to seeing a ball off the bat and making that right decision. Don't be afraid to make mistakes at practice. That's where we get better. So if you took this route and realized it was on the other side, okay, that's just experience that you're gaining. But what we're going to do here, by working on the footwork, by doing reps on the footwork where we don't even need a ball, it'll make us that more confident in making the right move, being decisive, and then being dynamic in our movements to give ourselves the best chance of catching that baseball. So again, we're going to work on a ball hit behind us. We talked about this last week. The worst thing we want to see in our outfielders is drifting. I think we showed a little example of what that looked like on a ball hit arm side or glove side. Let's see what we mean when we're drifting on a ball hit straight at us or over our head. All right, so let's talk about what a good, decisive, explosive, proper route looks like on a ball hit right at us. Here we are, we've got our tee set up like we did last week. Last week we had our tape because for balls moving either to arm side or glove side, we talked a lot about a 45-degree angle to get around it. For the ball that's hit straight behind you, stick a little more geometry. We're going to stick, we've got a 90-degree angle here, and we really need to open up 90 degrees to then cross over and get back to the ball. So it generally, you're going to judge, cross over, get back, get behind it so we can come forward with our momentum going towards our target depending on which part of the outfield we're playing and where we're throwing. It may be this way, get back, move forward. Really, it's your comfort, or depending again how you react to if the ball is going to be off of this shoulder or off of this shoulder. So we're going to do a couple progressions like we did last week. We're going to start, no ball, we'll move to ball and glove, and then ultimately we'll work with a ball thrown at us. So let's see what it looks like with no ball. All right, so that was our first rotation with no ball. You saw how we employed a jump step, 90 degrees, cross over to get behind it. You could use a drop step if that's more your comfort level, right? And we're gonna do 5 to the arm side, 5 to the glove side. Okay, so for our next rotation, we're gonna go ball and glove. Same thing, 5 to the arm side, 5 to the glove side, working on getting behind the ball, coming up and throwing. So if you have someone to throw to, great. You can ball in the glove, go run the route, get behind, throw the ball. If you don't have someone to throw to, you can go do the sock drill. Again, go look up Coach D EBC Baseball sock drill, show how we can use a sock and be able to throw a baseball without having anyone there. The other thing you could do is you could put a bucket down, aim for the bucket, or maybe have set up a target on a fence. We're gonna do that in one of our drills later. So let's go see ball and glove. Keep on working on our ball straight behind us. All right, so we've been through our first 2 progressions, no ball to ball and glove. Now we're gonna go through, work on that footwork again with someone throwing a ball to us. So obviously in this case, we have someone available who's gonna throw a ball. Not hitting yet, because that's a different type of reaction, but we just wanna get used to the route with the ball coming at us. One of the things I hope you've noticed in each of the last 2 progressions, I've worked out of my pre-pitch preparation. So started moving 1, 2, being ready. So just building that. We talk a lot, my players know, we talk about work on developing good habits. So even though there's not a pitcher, I'm working on developing the habit of having a good pre-pitch routine to be ready, to be dynamic, to be ready to explode. So let's see what it looks like with a ball coming to us. Okay, so those were fairly routine baseballs hit over our head, but the balls that we had enough time to get around, get in front, get behind, so that we can go forward and throw the ball. Again, working on getting 90 degrees, crossing over. But what about a ball that you have to catch on the run? Let's remember from outfield video number 1, we get wide. We have to get a ball on the run. We have to baby step, chop down, get our shoulders and hips pointed to our target. On the glove side, back, back, back. I catch it this way, chop down, and reverse pivot. Get our body pointed to the target. So we're gonna go through quick. I'm gonna do a couple from each side with no ball, ball and glove, and with a ball. Ball's on the run, ball's on the run, arm side, glove side. So let's go check that out. Okay, so that was our progression. No ball, ball and glove, a ball thrown to us, 4 balls hit at us over our head that we have to make a beeline for by getting our body 90 feet, 90 degrees turned, actually showing our back to the ball, getting back. These were, believe it or not, routine balls. Why were they routine? Because we were decisive, because we were explosive. Instead of taking a bunch of tentative baby steps back, maybe another one, maybe up, I didn't go too far back. We trusted our instincts. We were decisive, athletic, took some athletic steps to now, maybe I had to take 1 or 2 steps to get behind it, or I could take 2 steps in. But what about the ball that's really laced at you? Same principle, but you might really need to get on your horse. In that case, we're going to take what's called a bit of a banana route, just to get around and get back behind that ball. So let's take a couple, we're just going to take a look at a couple of those, a little ball and glove, and just so you can see what the banana route looks like. Okay? All right, so those were our routes for balls hit at us over our head, routine, hard hit balls, balls that we're able to get behind, balls that we have to catch on the run. Now we're going to work on a drill you can do to simulate making the exchange when you're fielding a ball on the ground, where you are going to come up and attempt to either stop the runner from advancing or try and throw him out as he's advancing. If we get a routine ball, nobody on, and you get a 52 hopper to use the outfielder, right, you're going to be set, come down to a knee, keep the ball in front, just come up, make a nice throw. But when you've got runners in motion, you have to be ready to come run, throw on the run. And so we're going to do some drills to show you how you can work on that, getting that footwork down. So again, it's doing the reps again and again and again and again. So then when you get balls hit to you, whether it's in practice, you're already familiar with the footwork, and then obviously you put it all together when it's in a game, because you've done this again and again, because this can take 10 minutes for you to do all by yourself. And if you do it 3 times a week, you've now gotten hundreds of ground balls before a ball is ever batted to you in a game, and it just becomes automatic. All right, so we're going to demo. First one, again, this is a ball hit on that you've managed to get around, get behind. So you've got it on your glove side, and we're going to work on the exchange. We're going to make a crow hop towards our target. So we're just going to start down here. We're going to work through the ball like our infielders, and we're going to come up, make our exchange, and throw. And like we always do, we're going to start with out of ball. So we're just going to come, work through, come, throw a ball. And so that was my crow hop. A lot of times when we think crow hop, we think of this big, exaggerated. You don't really need that. That's just you going up, and while you're going up, guess what? The runner is getting closer. So again, it's getting your body's momentum going forward so you get your legs underneath you and can get a little more on your throw. We're just going to start here, come up, boom. Do 5 of those with no ball, and then let's move on to ball and glove, and let's see what that looks like where we actually get to make a throw. Okay, so as we get ready to move into our ball and glove drill, we've set ourselves a target, gives us something to aim for, so we kind of set it up, right? This would be about a cutoff man, especially in taller than me cutoff man. Right here, it gives me something to throw to if I don't have someone to throw to myself. The other thing you could do, maybe you're in a park but you're by yourself, or you just have one person who's going to maybe roll you a ball, you could set up a bucket, see if you can't throw it in or around the bucket. our brains are target oriented organs, so giving ourselves a target makes it more realistic. If you don't have someone to throw to, again, you can do the sock drill, so you can work on, you obviously couldn't do ball and glove, but you can do no ball and work on the exchange and get the feeling of a throw and to work on your own. All right, let's go do it. Okay, so that first progression was a ball in which we've got to close ground, right? We can't just drop to a knee, keep a routine ground ball, keep the runner off second base. This is one where we've got to gain ground, come up, throwing to stop a runner from advancing or to, again, throw a runner out who's trying to advance. But in this case, maybe it's a ball hit right at us, so we get around, we come up, and we're just able to come up and throw. But what about a ball where you maybe really had to range? So you really had to get some depth, get around, you're coming in hard, you need to get your body a little bit in control to make a good accurate throw. So we're going to show, it's a variation, same thing, we're going to be low, we're going to come up, we're going to take one extra little hop off our back foot just to get our body under control, and that looks like this. All right, let's see that again. I'm down, I'm coming around to get the ball, come up, hop, make a throw. So again, that allows me to get my body under control. That little hop also gets a little more energy going forward. I can put a little more on that ball. So let's go see how it looks with a ball and glove, and then eventually some balls rolled at us. All right, so that's this week's video. We worked on good routes on balls hit directly over our head, working on good footwork to be explosive so we can get behind a ball rather than drifting, and ending up being short. Again, it's all about trust. You have to recognize off the bat which way you need to break, pick a spot, sprint to it, and then adjust. If you have to take another step this way, if you get to take some steps in to come through, trust yourself. Again, the only way you're really going to build that confidence is to take balls off the bat, but by working on our footwork, when you do get that ball off the bat, footwork's going to be natural, and your just muscle memory will kick in and you're going to work, and then you'll probably make some misjudgments, but the more balls you see off the bat, the better your judgment will get, and it gets a lot easier because you've worked on the footwork. And then lastly, we worked on some drills for making throws on the run, rather routine, and then when I need to gather myself. So that's this week's video. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you on the ball field soon. All right, bye.